I want to thank everybody for coming here tonight to the webinar, the Escape Artist Live webinar. Tonight's topic is going to be on conferences and a little bit about the new site that we're building here called EscapeArtistLive.com. If you go to www.escapeartistlive.com, you'll be able to go and see what information we have to share with you on conferences, memberships, webinars, radio podcasts that we're starting soon, and also some information on a media room. So I want to go ahead and thank some people for coming out. Thanks, Mark, for coming out. And if you get a chance, go ahead and chat and put in a chat box where you're coming in from. Keisha, Gideon, welcome on board. Got another Mark going on there. Got a Christine, and got a Ray. Let me check out where you guys are coming in from. Okay, we got a couple from the States. Welcome from the States. We got one from Colombia. It's always exciting because Escape Artist is a global website. It is a site that helps people really determine how they want to live, work, play, retire, and invest anywhere around the world. We got a couple more countries here. We got a shout out there to Phoenix. Thank you for coming in. We also have somebody here from California. We have Costa Rica in the house. That's great. Fantastic. Panama, keep them coming. I want to thank everybody for really coming on board. We're going to be doing these webinars on a weekly basis. And the goal is to educate you and kind of share with you what Escape Artist is all about. And the aspect tonight is going to be on www.escapeartist.live, our website that shares a lot about our conferences, our memberships, our radio podcasts, webinars, and you'll get a media room there. Perfect. We got somebody from Memphis, Tennessee. Go Memphis. Got somebody here from New York. Welcome, New York. Somebody from France. Wow, it's late for you guys. I appreciate you coming out. You got somebody we got someone from Turkey. Good. This could be important for tonight. Give you a little information on it. Keep them coming. I really do appreciate you guys coming out. I know it's late or early wherever you're at, but it's exciting to share this information with you. So as we go ahead and get things started here, well, we got another Arizona coming in. That's great. Thank you. Tucson. We got Las Vegas in the house as well. So that's great. Got a couple people from up north. I got Toronto, Canada. That's great. It's a little bit cold up there. I definitely understand. So as we get started here, we got Chicago. We even got somebody from Detroit. Come on, bring them in. Keep them coming. And as I go out through my presentation, appreciate you all for joining us. So www.live.escapeartist.com. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Perfect. I'm going to actually walk through this website some with you guys tonight and kind of be able to give you some information on what we got going on here. Now, the purpose behind Escape Artist Live is to actually bring this information to you in a form that is live. And so from webinars, from conferences, from radio podcasts that we're going to be starting shortly. And it's important for me to bring this information to you on a one-on-one basis, if not one to many. And, Escape Artists on the past 18 years has really almost been like a one-way relationship where we provide this information, we give it to you, and you take it in. We really wanted to build a community out here. So as we start launching the new brand, a new website, there's some exciting new products coming out, and you'll see how it all puts together. Thank you, Panama, for coming in. Got a few people more that are popping in here, so that's great. So as we go to the website, I'm going to share this information with you, and we'll get things started here. We're also recording this so that you'll have access to the recording. And I ask that you join our Facebook. If you haven't joined our Facebook, go to facebook.com/EscapeArtistFans, EscapeArtist.fans. We also have our Twitter, and also, get the message out to us. We also have all the social medias out there, and you'll start seeing them pop up throughout the site and as we on the new site as well. So really do appreciate your support as we continue on. So now conferences. So you go to www.escapeartistlive.com. You'll find that here you get a chance to sign up for our live events. We want to be able to bring that information to you as it comes out. We have exciting things happening on a monthly basis. Next month, right now, we have an Istanbul, Turkey conference coming up, March 5th to the 7th, and I'll share a little bit about that with you. And then you got Panama conference coming up in April. You got our live global summit coming to you in May. You got the June conference coming up in Mexico, and so on. So this is the page where you want to go to keep yourself updated on all the live events, from the webinars to the podcast down to the conferences, so that gives you all the one-on-one relationship you're looking for to move things along. Okay, just want to put a plug out there for our Twitter. Follow us on tweet to us at Dare to Escape. That's our Twitter. So as we get going, um, please be as active as you want. Ask the questions you like, and the windows. And like I said, our moderator will come on and be able to ask those towards the end. So the conferences for us, for Escape Artists, is we on a daily basis talk to experts out there about what's going on a global platform. We talk about what are the things that are moving and shaking in different regions and throughout the world. And let me tell you, it takes up a lot of the time in the day to just keep updated on what's going on with FATCA, for example, how it affects the IRS, affects the Americans out there. We talk about second passports and citizenships. I get information all the time on investment opportunities, the TEAC programs that are out there. What's new in Panama? What's new in Costa Rica? There's some hot things going on in Ecuador. So all this information is coming in from all these experts. And as we take this information and we put it into our website and we do some articles and we update you as much as possible. But there's one thing about reading it, and there's also another thing about taking it in and asking these experts yourself one-on-one. And that's where these webinars and our online summit and our conferences are all about. Because at this give you a chance to really ask the questions you've been wanting to ask about all the information that's going on. You want to ask about FATCA. You want to ask about asset protection and asset management and offshore banking, second passports. How to create an escape plan. These are topics that are very hot right now. And so as we share these articles with you and you really get captured, there's just one topic that you really want to know about. This really gives you a chance to meet with the people one-on-one. So conferences is that one-on-one relationship. The way we've structured it, and working with either the Escape Artists conferences or working with some of our partners conferences, is we try to make sure every aspect of live, work, play, retire, and invest is implemented some part throughout that. So I'm going to use some of our past conferences as an example of that, so that you can kind of understand the flow of what the conferences bring. So in Costa Rica recently, in February of 2014, we went to Guanacaste, Costa Rica, stayed at the Rue, an all-inclusive resort. It was fantastic. We had a nice group of attendees. So I want to thank everyone that attended that one and all the sponsors and speakers. And the information flowed pretty nicely. And we opened it initially with talking about international banking, or specifically getting the latest what's going on. What does it take to open a bank account? Do you have to be at that location? Do you have to live in that country? How difficult is it for me to get my money? At what point do I have to claim the money on my income? What's the difference between the FATCA? Is the bank I'm going with able to take Americans, and how does it affect, or anybody else from around the world, how does it affect exactly how I bank internationally? And so by having, for example, one of our speakers up there, Peter Zipper, who is the president of Key Bank in Belize, he's able to stand up there and tell you what's going on, what's the latest. Don't go by rumors, go by facts. Get with these experts to really know exactly what's going on and how these things are going to be affecting you. And you get a chance to get 45 minutes for a presentation from him that, to me, listen to Peter is he's just an expert in banking. He's been doing it for many, many years. So as one of our speakers, he delivers a presentation and then gives you one-on-ones. He sits down with you and tells you how things will be affected by you, and about some of the decisions that are going on. And here's the truth about banking in Belize or anywhere else around the world. And the question is, what's the difference relationship between banking and in the States and banking in Belize? And what you'll find is that really there's not much of a difference. The big question he asked in Costa Rica was, a lot of people ask him, what's the chances of the bank going under? And he turns around and he says, "What's the chances of a bank going under in the U.S.?" And most people didn't think that was possible. The last 5 years has changed a lot of views on this. So, sitting down with him and just being one on one is one of the reasons why conferences alone, just that one conversation, can really change your life. So we open with international banking, offshore banking, and then we bring to you, an expert on, buying property in Latin America. Now, the property that you buy in Latin America, there's some things you want to know, and we brought up in Costa Rica, Mike Cobb, CEO of ECI Development, and he sits there in the presentation and shares with you about 15 things you need to ask developers as you go purchase property down in Latin America, because it's the key things you need to ask. You can go and buy a piece of property, and they can tell you all day long that they want to build something here. This is where the pool's going to be, and all you see is grass right now. But that's where the pool's going to be when after you buy. Don't worry, it'll be built. This is where the community center is going to be built, and we're so excited. And they're going to show you a plan and sell you a property. But when you buy that property, guess what? You own it now. There's no money back guarantee. There's no who are you going to go after? So these are things that during his presentation he says, look, you need to educate yourself on how you're going to go internationally and what you're going to do and the different questions you may ask about property. And he talks about community. That's one thing to go out there, and you may, and this very much could be what you're looking for, buy a piece of property that is out there that is 15 miles away from everyone else, and you need a horse and a buggy or however you want to do it to really get to it, and you want that seclusion. That's perfectly fine if that's for you. But when you're looking for a piece of property and you're looking for neighbors and you're looking to build a community and to be able to network with other escape artists like yourself, then you want to ask these right questions. One of the recently ran into someone who said they bought a house down in Latin America, and one of the things they forgot to mention is that just cold water runs through the entire house. Well, you start thinking about hot water. When is that needed? Do you want to boil every time? Can you boil? What's the story behind that? So what about the infrastructure that's been laid out? How much money has been invested in infrastructure that you can depend on in the future? So when it rains, there's another story of a gentleman that I was talking to. He bought a piece of property and it looked beautiful. I mean, it was dry. It was dry season. Fantastic. When it rained, the roads were out. He couldn't even get from his house to anywhere else, or when he was somewhere else and it rained, he couldn't get to his house. So these are questions you really want to ask. And so these are the experts we bring to you. Another person we brought in Costa Rica, for example, is Georgetown Trust. They come and speak about Dave Drummond, about how to do business or open up an IBC, an International Business Corporation, and talk about why doing business offshore, and how to create a trust and how does it affect my business? How does it affect me getting paid offshore in banking? So you got the trust, you got the IBC individual, you're looking over here and you got international banking, you're getting all the information that you need on how to open a bank account. All these things are vital. 1 + 1 = 2. I mean, that's how the information is provided to you so that you can really apply it to your life. And so you're sitting here and you're listening to this presentation and you're listening to their presentation, I'm sorry. And what you get is get a lot of information, but then you get that one-on-one, you get that lunchtime, you get the nights where we have dinner and then we go out and for a couple drinks, and you get that one-on-one time. And that's what these conferences are about, asking the questions that you want to ask one-on-one with the experts that are there to serve you. And so we also have experts that come in about asset management, so investments offshore. Taking your portfolio and actually mixing up. We got precious minerals, and also storage, where you can store it. So there's a lot to actually think about, and that's what these conferences are about. These conferences are also, to me, also an exciting part of it is a lot of individuals are actually looking to move their investments or move their assets, or um, make some into new investment opportunities. So we bring some investment opportunities to these conferences as well, where you can sit down with the CEO as he does a presentation about the exciting things going on with their company. And then you can sit down and say, look, I like this. Um, this gives you a chance to really sit down with them, ask the questions you want to ask to the CEO, and say, what's the offering you have? what's the special opportunity I get for coming here and make those investments into these companies. A lot of these companies are pre-IPO, and that's an exciting time to get involved because that's when you make the money. And we also have an expert in investments come and speak, and that's Mr. Lou Petrossi for Forever Wealth, and he'll stand up there for 45 minutes and tell you the secrets, how the rich stay rich, and how the rich keep getting richer. I mean, these are precious, precious bits of information that will literally be life changing for you. So you definitely want to go out there and get this information 101, find out the secrets of the rich, from all the experts. And this is just some of the information that you get from the conferences. And so that's what we shared in Costa Rica. That's what we shared in Belize, and that's what we're going to share in Turkey. So the question is, one of the questions that I always get asked: why Istanbul, Turkey? Why should I go to Istanbul, Turkey to see this conference? Well, because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. We have some amazing opportunities that are being presented there. You'll be able to understand offshore banking and everything else, but then also you get to become an escape artist. You get to go out there to a different country, a place you've never been, and feel safe about some of the things you're going to be doing because you're going to be with all the other escape artists. We're going to go out there and we're going to go to these conferences. We're going to learn so much information. We're going to give you information you've been asking for, you opportunities you can jump on board. And then the evenings and on the day that we go out and check out the Istanbul itself, where the East meets the West, you get to see some things that were built back 200 years, 2,000 years ago, and really experience the city along with a lot of other of us. So this is a great time to really go out and put a notch in your passport if you haven't done it yet, and you've been, should I go? Should I go? Yes, of course. This is what you need to do. And so in Turkey, Istanbul, that's March 5th to the 7th. It's really is truly is a once in a lifetime opportunity to really go out and experience, rub elbows with a lot of opportunities, while a lot of escape artists is out there with you, and really explore the city, and then come back and tell everybody about it, because it's one of those moments. We really, from the surveys that we had from our last conferences, and it really is the experience that most people are looking for, because it's the one time that you get, not to assume that the answers that's going to affect your life. Go hear from the experts. So on this website, you'll see here, as have in front of me, you'll have 2014 Escape Artist Turkey Asset Protection Symposium, East meets West, March 5th to the 7th, 2014. We did as much as possible to provide you information beforehand. So the frequently asked questions about the Escape Artist Turkey Asset Protection Symposium, if you play this video, you'll be able to get a chance to really hear from one of our ambassadors out there in Turkey, Sarif, and ask questions about the locals and about the community and about the conference itself. You also get all this information and special rates and VIP passport program information. And we'll talk about memberships later, but that even makes it more exciting. So who's going to be at this event? What should I expect to learn by attending? Describe the culture of Turkey and why I should feel safe when I go visit there. So these questions here that you see on the screen, you can't really, we give you all the answers. We try to provide you as much information as possible. So go to www.escapeartistlive.com and you'll get the, go into conferences, go to Turkey conference, and you'll get all this information. And as you scroll down, further down, it gives you the countdown. We have 13 days, 1 hour and 32 minutes before the presentation starts. You get a background picture of Turkey itself, which is just fantastic. Just picture yourself being there in 13 days. Talks about the event registration. So exactly what you need to do, how to get ready, where we're going to be dining at, how it's all broken down strategically for you, the whole entire presentation, how everything works, a little bit about the history and culture of the entertainment as we go. We have special pricing going on right now. This is a private event, so this is not going to be your 100 or 200. This is a very exclusive, I guess you can say, event. So we only have a few seats left. So if you are interested, this is the time to do it. I checked the flights. There's some amazing offers flying out of New York, less than $700 round trip. You got Dallas, 700. Other places a little bit more than that, but it's an amazing time to go. And there's on the website also gives you a link for any kind of visa requirements that may be needed. So really, there's no reason not to go. And we also have a great special going on. If you want to bring a friend or a companion, we'll work it out with you. The schedule will go from day one to day two, from 9 to 5, where we'll be greeted by the Turkey ambassador of Escape Artists. And then we'll talk about asset management, offshore international banking, wealth management, real estate opportunities, how to make money abroad, membership opportunities, IBCs and trust, investment market. And on day three, we really take it out even further and we go on a tour of Istanbul. And that to me is what's exciting. You'll spend 8 hours with us, and we'll take you places and places you dream, places that you've seen in movies and said, I'll probably never see that in my entire life. Well, this is your chance to do it, really. You'll see also where we'll be staying and where we'll be visiting. So we'll be visiting St. Sophia. We're talking about Topkapi, well, I always say that wrong, Topkapi Palace. Talking about the Blue Mosque and Grand Bazaar and so much more. On this website, you'll also see that the master of ceremonies is Peter Zipper, the president of Key Bank International, and a list of all the other speakers. So we have Mr. Nagel, Mr. Casey, Mr. Petrossi, Mr. Cobb, Mr. Drost, Mr. Williams, myself, Mr. Drummond, and more being added on a daily basis. And on this same page, you'll get an interview that we did with Mr. Casey, Mr. Nagel, about why you should be at this event, and you'll see from their own from their own points of views on why the event is important and why they're going and what they're going to share with you. You'll see a little bit about our sponsors, and we really truly can't do this without our sponsors. Our sponsors really allow us to have this event at such an affordable price, be able to bring you so much, feed you, be able to take you on the tours, and without them, the experience wouldn't be the experience. So I want to thank them real quick. And you go to this page and you can see who the sponsors are and a little bit more information about them. Where we'll be staying is at the Hilton in Istanbul, and you'll be able to reserve the room there. It's a fantastic place, and how to get there from the airport and everything on. So yeah, you really, when you get a chance, take a look at escapeartistlive.com, and you get all this information about the Turkey event on this site, which is fantastic. And then we start taking this a little bit further. So as we have the Turkey event and then things go along, what you're going to see is on the same page here is you're going to find that we have partnered with the Global Escape Hatch. The next conference there, Global Wealth Protection, is April 9th to the 13th down in Panama. And same thing with this page. You'll be able to go ahead and opt in and get some more information about it and sign up immediately. Get information about what past attendees have said about this conference, and a place for you to go ahead and reserve your seat and special pricing on that as well. This event, so the Turkey event, as you saw, is a 2-day event with the third day we'll be touring the city. This event is a little bit longer. So this one's April 9th to the 13th in Panama City, Panama, where you'll be able to get some of these speakers that are coming out there, Mr. Casey, myself, Mr. Cobb, Nagel, and then so many more about different opportunities and different things. We'll be focusing a lot on international investing. We'll be talking about Panamanian residencies investments, trust, precious metals storage. I believe they're even talking about, for those of you that are interested in storage, where you'd be able to go on a trip and really go out there and visit some of the storage places out there. And then, of course, to talk about international banking on this site. It's a great partnership that we have with, to bring this event to you with Global Escape Hatch Conference. You really get a one-on-one. You get the rub elbows. Like I said, this is a little bit larger event. We're talking about limited to about 75 people, and we already have a lot of seats sold. And so this is a little bit larger, but like the one in Turkey, that's a little bit smaller, is exclusive opportunity. This one's a little bit larger, but it's a longer event and it gives you so much more. And we're really trying to take it above a notch. It really is a different kind of conference. We really wanted to do something as we partnered up with Hemispheres, and we partnered with Global Wealth Protection and Escape Artists to bring an event that will share with you on how the history of Panama. We're having some officials speak there. We're also having a tour of the canal where you'll be able to celebrate the 100-year anniversary of the canal. And so we're talking about doing a tour, getting on the canal a little bit for a short cruise and having a dinner out there at the museum. That's an experience on itself. I mean, that really takes and elevates your experience. Have you done anything global? So how many times have you traveled through an airport? Say, yeah, I've been in Panama, but this really gives you a chance to really explore and experience the you know the escape artist life, the way I look at it. Um, Apologize for moving the website there fast. But this is Global Escape Hatch, April 9th to the 13th. It's going to be happening in Panama City, Panama. It's going to be held pretty close to the Hard Rock Hotel right there in downtown for many of you that's been there before. And so on escapeartistlive.com, you'll be able to get information about Turkey and Panama and really take in this information to really, like I said, rub elbows with the experts, really ask those questions you want to ask. Now, with Escape Artists, we have some more opportunities coming along for conferences. We're putting together a global online summit, which it's exciting, and it's going to be happening a little bit later on this year. We also have conferences coming on for Mexico. We have conferences that are going to be in Belize and so on. And so if you want more information about that, you want to go to escapeartistlive.com, be able to ask these questions. Sign up here. We'll have somebody contact you immediately you can get on the early bird special. That's when you get the best deal overall. As we get closer to the event, prices go up because the event prices go up, and so we have to. We can only provide you a great savings to get in there now. So a lot of information I shared with you. It's about the two events that we have coming up. We a little bit later on, these webinars will be held on a weekly basis. We do record them so that you can go back and get this information so that you can really dive in a little bit more about what was said and what's being offered there. So if you go to www.escapeartistlive.com and you follow us on Twitter, follow us in our Facebook groups, please. We also have a chat window here where you can chat with us. That little function there is been very, very helpful. So we have somebody that mans it during business hours so that we're trying to get to you right away if you have any questions. And at the same time, as we bring these webinars to you, every week there's a different topic. So this week it's about conferences. Next week will be a different topic. And every week of this year, we'll be introducing to you different pieces of Escape Artists and different aspects. Most of the time they'll be hosted by myself. And I'll try to really bring other members of Escape Artists family to come and speak with you as well. We have an amazing team here when it comes to the web, and we also have people that. So we got our web director, we got a marketing director, we have our user experience director, where she's responsible for really maintaining the experience that we have as we start launching new sites and everything else that we have out there. So I know that we have our moderator on. I want to bring her on board. I bring her at this point to come on and ask any questions that may have been asked to her since we've been here. She's been manning the boxes there. So Bambi, are you there? Okay. Um, I think she's there. Are you there, Bambi?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me? Great. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm Bambi Weevil. I'm the marketing director for Escape Artists. So I've been getting your questions in. So if you have any questions, feel free to send them in the chat box. But we got one wanted to ask you, what is the best part of the Escape Artist Live experience?
That's a great question because I'll the best approach for that one is I think for me, the access to the expert, that has to be on the top of everybody's list. And with the way the world is today, you want to be able to get rubbing elbows with these experts and ask the questions that you want to ask. You really get a chance to go out there and And instead of emailing them or going to Google and saying, what's the correct answer? And then you realize that you found an answer, but it's, yeah, you didn't look at the date and it was answered back in 2008. And so many laws and everything has passed in the last 6 years. Google does give you answers. It does, but it doesn't mean it gave you the latest one. And then who's the one giving the answer? Did they write a book? Are they an expert in it? Is it just their opinion? The experts we have are vetted experts. These are people that have been in this industry for 20 plus years. They know, they live it, they do it, and these are the ones you want to know from. So Escape Artist does its work when we partner with people to make sure that we bring that information to you. So for me, number one will be the information. Number two is the experience. You can't beat going to Belize, going to Costa Rica, going to Turkey, going to Panama. It's an amazing experience. Great way to put a stamp on your passport.
Okay, we had another question coming in asking why, specifically in Istanbul, why this is a can't miss event.
This was an exclusive event because this is a 3-day event, 2 days of information packed opportunities. That's the way I look at it. This is an opportunity because we're going to have companies presenting there that won't present anywhere else. It's going to be amazing investment opportunities, some up and coming companies. Companies have been established as well. And then at the same time, you can turn and say, well, I like to make this investment. Turn to the next expert and say, hey, if I make this investment, how does it affect my portfolio? Turn to the next expert and say, hey, how can I protect myself some more? Can I create a trust? Can I create a offshore banking? And be able to answer all those questions in one place and make the investment in an opportunity that can give you the best return. And really, that's what's happening in Turkey. That's why you want to be there. It's not a question that, oh, I'll get that information. I'll get that a little bit later. Timing's everything, right? The timing's now for that one. And that's why we did this event. That's why it's a small event. That's why we're making it very exclusive because it's really for the elite to the elite. So if you feel that, and it really is, if you feel that you're the elite, you need to be there.
We got another question in asking if all our events will be focused on asset and wealth protection.
No, that's a great question. All our events will not be focused on wealth or asset protection, for example. We do have a couple events about wealth creation. And we do focus on that by doing some investments, but we also want to bring you opportunities on how to make money offshore. In other words, how to be able to employ yourself no matter where you live around the world. Doesn't matter if you live in Italy, you live in Latin America, you live in Asia. We have some of the top internet marketers that are going to bring you skills that are going to change your life. These are skills that you can make money with your own products or use their products however you see fit. You'll be able to take how to really market on Facebook. How's Facebook out there making a $16 billion purchase? Well, the reason why is because it works for them. There's opportunities to really market your business. They have a captive audience. You'll be able to use everything about Facebook and learn all the secrets of Twitter, all the secrets on affiliate marketing, and these experts we have that'll be coming to this event. That one is we actually have some of these experts coming to every event, but the one that really focuses on wealth creation is the one in June in Mexico, and you'll see that on www.escapeartistlive.com shortly. You'll see that come on, and you really want to take advantage of that.
Okay, we got a question about thoughts about moving with a deaf or disabled child. So I believe he means internationally.
That's a good question. We have stories, and I've talked to several people that have got up and moved their family offshore, and they're worried about their children. They're worried about the medical tourism. And I think that has a lot to do with it, right? I mean, we want to take care of our children. We want to make sure that this decision that we're making to move them offshore to Belize or move them to Costa Rica, move them to Turkey, it's not just something inside. It's something that we take care of. We look at every aspect. So medical tourism right now is huge. There's a lot of hospitals that are being created by U.S. I actually believe U.S. hospitals or top leading hospitals from around the world in all these local areas. So we have John Hopkins down in Panama, for example. So you can go on there and get the care that you need for the needs that you need for your family. So don't let that be something that stops you. Just do your research. Do your research. Talk to the experts. Find out what's there, and you'll find there's a lot more available to you where you want to go.
Great, and thank you for that question. And if anyone has any additional questions, again, please feel free to send them in the chat box. We'll be happy to answer them. Another question that I got is, what makes escape artist events unique?
Ah, well, first thing first, the experience, the escape artist experience. We will always add an element about the local community in there, a part that you don't just go to a conference from 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, 9 to 5, and then go home. We bring the experience along with it, some aspect of the local community or that country or that specific city, so that you can truly understand and appreciate where you're at. So not only it's a learning event, but also an experience, a part that you can really take for you, take and say, wow, I've been there. Not only did I go there, I went to Panama, I got on the boat, took it down the 100th anniversary of the Panama Canal, and that was such an experience. Going to Costa Rica and getting on a catamaran, going sailing around, see the sunset, see the dolphins just swim right next to you. That's the experience. Going to Belize and going diving out in the waters or snorkeling and just seeing some beautiful clear blue. Looks like you can put your hand down, touch the floor, but really it's 30 feet deep. That's the experience. Going to Istanbul, Turkey, where you'll be able to really go out and learn, see the economy, go out there and see these places that have been built for 2,000 years and see history in the making. That's the experience.
Great. And we just got another question coming in. Traveling is hard for this person. Will there be a live event that she can watch from home?
Um, yes, and that's where um, I think the escape artists conferences or our partner conferences. That one-on-one's important, and it's always great to ask those questions. But what we do have that is exclusive for escape artists that it's exciting that we'll be announcing a little bit later, not too far from now, our global online summit, where we'll bring experts to a webinar like this and be able to ask them questions. You'll be able to ask questions to be moderated. Um, there is some one-on-one. There's some rubbing elbows, I guess, from a virtual world, on internet world, you're able to ask the questions you like, and then hopefully within that time period we get them answered. And so this is another experience that you get to have. So the Escape Artist Global Online Summit will be coming shortly, and you'll be able to participate on something like that event as well. Okay. Well, I really appreciate everyone's time today. Please visit us at www.escapeartistlive.com. And really do appreciate your time. This recording will be up within the next 48 hours, so that gives you a chance to review what's going on. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, get involved. We're building a community here. If you know others that really want to be a part, bring them along. Really, really, really excited about sharing this information with you. And once again, Bambi, thank you for helping me there and moderating some of these questions. Thank you for all the questions you asked. Thank you, everyone out there that came on board and listened to me, and it gave us a chance to really explain what the experience is all about here in the Escape Artist. And my name is Domingo Silvas, and I am an escape artist.